Alright, hey guys, what is up? It is Bibzuda, and I am here on the Talos Principle 2, and if you are an Outlast Trials viewer and you're only interested in Outlast, then feel free to skip these videos and I'll be back with some Outlast once I've completed this set of uploads, which is going to be for the brand new DLC that just released today. I have been looking forward to this ever since I completed the base game, pretty much. I was pretty sure they were going to do a DLC release, and it has finally come out. They announced it last week at Xbox Games Showcase or whatever it is. Or no, I think it was at Devolver Direct, because that's the publisher. And it was, they said last week it's going to come out in a week. And yeah, so here we have it. And I just bought it, downloaded it. Only $20 for what seems like it's going to be a huge DLC. And I just remembered that the game is only $30, which is the biggest bargain of all time. But yeah, if you don't know, I did upload my first playthrough of the base game on my channel here. So if you want to check that out, you can. But this is going to be a similar style. Like right now I'm talking a lot just for the intro, but this isn't really a let's play or anything like that. I'm just going to play the game as I normally would and upload my normal, playthrough. I will still talk occasionally and make comments, especially when I'm trying to think through puzzles. I would do that anyway, even if I wasn't recording. I kind of like talk to myself to work my way through the puzzles and just to like leave little comments here and there. But I'm not going to be constantly talking like my Outlast videos or anything like that. I just want to be able to capture my first experience with the game. And Isaac may be joining us later. I don't know where he's at. He's missing out on the big launch. It just released, so we're going to hit play. Oh, okay, so we now have the 3 sections. So this is the main game, and there's one for each separate section. I knew it was in 3 sections, but I didn't know there were going to be separate choices like this. So I guess we'll go in order. Into the Abyss is supposed to be very difficult. Yeah, extremely difficult puzzles, which I'm really looking forward to, but we're going to go in order, starting with Orpheus Ascending. And I did just finish yesterday a full replay of the main game, including listening to all the story, doing everything, 100% completion, so I am up to date on all the story and stuff. So take your brain for a ride through the laser grid and explore the philosophy of love, death, and resurrection with Hypatia and Sarabai. Are they going to bring Sarabai back to life? Interesting. Classic, because obviously they brought Miranda back to life, but Sarabai died a lot longer ago. The classic laser mechanics are pushed to the limit. I love the laser mechanics, so I'm looking forward to this. All right, let's see how it goes. Oh, so you have separate save slots for each of the DLC things, I guess? All right, now I'm going into playthrough mode. I'm not going to be talking as much. I guess this might reveal what the quote-unquote canon ending is. Which I assume is the...
Alright, I think that's it. The new body's ready for the transfer. How's the reassembly algorithm?
Done.
Well then, somebody just needs to go in there and disentangle the data. Ah, and here comes our expert.
So excited for this. So excited.
Thank you for agreeing to this one, Kay. Perhaps together we can right an old wrong. When I was lost in my own grief, I spent a lot of time thinking about Hypatia and Sarabai. How they found each other, how they lost each other, and how beautiful it would be if we could reunite them. For the longest time, it was only a daydream, but not anymore. In the myth of Orpheus, the ancient bard descends into the underworld to bring back his beloved wife, who died in a tragic accident. With the power of his music, he convinces Hades and Persephone to free her. But he is told that she must walk behind him, and he must not look back at her until they have left the underworld.
And he fucks it up.
And so, of course, in every version of the myth, he looks back.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't trust the gods, or because he is an imperfect man.
Because he's an idiot.
Because he simply forgets. And death is triumphant once again. We've accepted that triumph for a long time, because we had to, because what else could we do?
Whoa.
But the world changes, and we are not the frightened, powerless creatures we once were. Perhaps it's time to say enough, and let Orpheus complete his ascent.
Cool. Yeah, I've heard that story a few times. Oh, the classic waking up with the ham. Okay, so I wonder if they're gonna bring back everybody from New Alexandria, like that. If that's the plan. I want to quickly like turn up the graphics because I had them a little lower than maximum. Yes. So that's like we'll turn everything up to high. Game's absolutely beautiful. All right.
You will have to collect all of Sarabai's data fragments so that we can reconstruct her personality. I'll monitor you from here, just like last time.
Good luck, kiddo.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like there's way more than 8 in the top left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 16 in the top left there. What is this? We have one of the classic terminals from Talos 1. You have 3 unread messages. Cannot access, not goodbye, cannot access. Damn. Alright, so I assume we'll get access to the other ones as we complete puzzles, but so we have those. What's over here? Ah! Okay, so here's all 16 puzzles. Very cool. We'll start with number 1, obviously. I am so excited! Let's go! Oh. Yield. Okay. Inverter. Wait, what? Okay, so this is like default connected. And that's the objective there. Ooh, it's cool looking. So we want to block off these, like... We want to do this, right? There you have it. And you just... Cool. Cut it off. Collect. That's cool. Achievement. Recover 1 fragment in Orpheus Ascending.
The first thing I felt was that I was alone. Not that I was lonely, but that I was separate. Singular. There was the world, and there was myself. A contained entity. And this sense of separation, of a distinct self, was... delightful. Individuality itself was a source of constant joy and wonder. What could be more incredible than to be able to say, I am?
We have the first fragment. Everything's looking good on our end.
Okay, so I figured, I mean, this looked very conspicuous. There's a Prometheus spark or Prometheus flame there. These can be used to skip puzzles. And there was 2 in each world in the main game.
If you get stuck, I've inserted some code that might help you bypass a few puzzles. It's not the most elegant work I've ever done, but it'll do the job.
I mean, I never used those, but I did collect them all. I wonder how many there are available here. Hard to know. Very small doorway. Puzzle number 2, crossing the river. Okay, and yeah, these are how you skip. So they're sticking with this weird theme of having them pre-connected like this. We need a blue. Oh, there's the blue. Okay, so a similar objective. Okay. See, this is a mechanic they didn't really use much in either game. That's like cutting off lasers with others. So I put it over here. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure. This is gonna take some time, probably. Because this is just not something you do much, if at all. And you can obviously, like, block them physically. But that won't help, because it needs to be connected over there. I assume we want to use the blue with this one to cut them off. Like this, maybe? Cut those ones off at their closer to their source. And then this one, this might be it actually. Okay, what's happening here? Oh, so since those connect, they don't, like, it'll never get actually past that. I see. Yeah, so where they collide, they're stuck. Okay. I mean, this seems like it will be the ending state. We probably want... So it would have to be... Okay. So this... Then that completely trapped, like there's no way across at that point. So that doesn't make any sense. If we do that, that makes that first one is like available to get past. And then we could also do this maybe. Let's see, then there's no way through here, even with that. So that doesn't really help. Ah, you know what would help is this thing being connected to the blue, and then we can utilize it. Okay, so that's close. Well, not really. Or, you know, maybe we want that in the opposite order, actually, is what it is. Like, we want this here, and this will eventually have to be connected to that. We should wait, because that will, yeah, it needs to be done in the right order. So you connect this here. And then right? But no, then you can't block this one off at all. So this one has to be cut off by one of these two lasers that are coming here. So the first one has to be cut off by something else. I mean, if we ever do this, then there's no way through. Damn. Maybe I'm just an idiot, but this is kind of tough. Or maybe we need to block them with our body to get the blockage to where we want it. If that makes any sense. So let's see what happens here. So like if I connected this there, then that would open up, but then, I mean, obviously I can't. Oh, you almost can. Does it matter which one I bought? That opens it. But then this, that'll also open it. Oh, you know, you probably have to connect to the receivers is what you have to do. Add more lasers. Boom, there we go. Okay, so this is like totally new type of stuff. Like this is not a puzzle you'll see in either base game or the other DLC. Very interesting. All right. Awesome, let's go. Big step up from the first puzzle, honestly, although...
As I grew,
Okay.
I realized that the more I developed this sense of self, the more enjoyable it became simply to exist. It wasn't selflessness that improved existence, but refinement of the self. When the ancients said that ego is something to set aside, they got it all wrong. Ego is something to nourish and shape. A work of art.
The reconstruction's working. Keep going, 1K.
I will keep going for sure. Okay, I was just looking around while that played. Puzzle number 3. Sequence. And they have so many purple gates in these puzzles. That opens that. Let's see, what is our end goal? Open this, which requires a red laser. We have an accumulator. What is that? Oh, that's just a connector. Okay. That's just to make the laser exist. Okay. This thing is trapped in here. It can't get out. So we can connect it. So I assume the end goal is to get the accumulator hit by this red. So we probably want it to be, well, no. Because we'll have to be standing on this button, there's no way around that. And then that'll let the laser out, and then we'll have to be turning the accumulator red. So what we probably want to do, so we basically need to cut the blue and then let the red through. But it won't work if the accumulator is already lit up as a certain color. So obviously this will not work. This will just cut the laser. So how do we cut the laser again? Or not cut the laser again? How do we let it through at that point? So many purple gates. Wait. Yeah, so if we take the blue, that does nothing. Obviously, there's no angle. Yeah, so these are going to be hard, because, I mean, my replay of the base game is not doing much at all for me here. Because this is not... I mean, obviously we could do this. Well, even still, that wouldn't do anything, would it? Like, even if we had it blue, it would still, this is still the only connection we can make. Or what happens if we do this? That does cut it. But it doesn't matter, because it needs to be blank to take the red. What did you... So doing this. Oh, you know, it's got to be just that, right? Or why did I? Yeah, that's it. That's it. Gotta just think of everything you can connect to at the end of the day. There you have it. Honestly, that one was kind of easier than the second one, debatably.
My insights into the value of the self were genuine, I think. But of course, I was completely inexperienced. In fact, in many ways, I was like a human child. So I began to resent everything that intruded on that sense of self. My social obligations to the others, the leadership of Athena and Cornelius, even the obvious limitations imposed on us by our situation. Why did I have to exist in this particular historical moment, saddled with the task of reconstructing civilization?
Do we get a new message? Oh, a bunch of new messages. Okay. Gotta be honest, I'm kind of going over my head a little bit. I'm not much of a philosopher, but still interesting to read. Damn. Brutal. Okay, cool. Let's see what the final puzzle of this section has to offer. Vastness. There's a lot of stuff going on in here. Okay, so let's just grab that really quick. Looks like that will open the door for us. Yes. Okay, there's the end. The end is to get a blue to this spot. And the blue is there. Ooh. Is that it right there? Did I just solve it? I think I did. You just cut it off with this. Perfect. Yeah, so I mean, I basically have learned it, I guess. Now I'm seeing that as an option. I don't know. Pretty cool.
With that focus on the self, also came an enormous and increasingly overwhelming fear of death. The pleasure of existence seemed almost erased by the possibility of its ending. If it was possible not to be, if the self had an ending, even in the distant future, then how could anything have meaning? I spent far too much time imagining that last moment. The moment just before I stopped existing. How could I possibly face that?
Getting quite existential here. Yeah, I don't think there would be anywhere else that could have a Prometheus flame. There's probably only one in each area. Oh, here we go. Oh, cool. I didn't even notice the numbers on this thing. So they light up. And then we go up into the what do they call that thing? The hexahedron or something? They call. Oh, snap. And there's a golden gate here. Holy shit, dude. This is sick. This whole thing right here could have been a single DLC on its own. Seems like. And I guess that's why they're separated.